Bradenton and the 03 Chevrolet Corvette, plastic fantastic on the Budweiser side of the racetrack. And Jeff Ensslin, Larry and Jeff Ensslin, and the Tom and Matt Edmunds still doing time. It's a 1937 Chevy Businessman's Coupe. They call it the Playmate. This car has been in every configuration you can imagine. It was a nostalgia car. It was a bracket car. It was a street car. It was a show car. And now the Tom and Matt Edmunds have got the Ensslin family teamed up on it to do a little bit of 632 racing. Yeah. Jeff Ensslin in the Playmate in the Nelson competition lane. Steve Canizzo in his brand new 03 Corvette on the Budweiser side of the racetrack. These are 632 cars. Name of the class, size of the engines. Jeff Ensslin, Steve Canizzo. Ensslin was a 447, 452 for Steve Canizzo. That'll put them solidly in the top half of the 632 ladder. Enslin's fourth and Steve Canizzo's fifth as of right now.
Joe Wallace and Jeff Ensslin coming up now. Ensslin, the 1937 Chevrolet bodied car, 447, 159 was his last attempt. And Joe Wallace in the fourth generation radial equipped Camaro went 482, 129. Enslin's the number 5 qualifier. Wallace in the Camaro currently number 15.
Wallace out of Gilbertville, Kentucky. Jeff Ensslin driving for Tom Edmunds. Edmunds runs Edmunds Sheet Metal Works here in Sarasota, Bradenton area. And Tom Edmunds, Jeff and Larry Ensslin. They've been racing together for a long, long time. That 37 Chevy Coupe has been in every combination. Been a nostalgia car, been a street car, been a show car. It was trashed at one time.
Really?
Brought it back and did some work on it and altered the body and made a pro mod out of it. Well, a 632 car out.
All right, so Joe Wallace's crewman just giving a bit of assistance here to put that car just ahead of the pre-stage beam. Goes from staging guy to team videographer now. Oh no, he goes from staging guy to data recorder guy, now to the video crew.
The IT guy.
Man of all trades.
Yeah. The picture taker too.
Whoa, baby, the Camaro switches lanes completely. Ensslin goes 449. 159 miles an hour, slows by 200s, but it's a good thing he had a clean run going because Joe Wallace's Camaro decided that it was no longer going to spend any time on the Nelson competition side and came right across the center line.
So Jeff will stay with the 447 where he qualified earlier. Whew, that was close. Flip Juice Racing, 85 Celebrity.
It's a very cool car. Ditto's car kind of looks like a, kind of like a super gas car on steroids. And Masiello has actually gone through that. Whoa! So would you look at that? Alan Ditto, the number 11 qualifier, upsets number 6 as Tony Masiello rolled the car in too deep, rolled it through the stage beams, and that's that. The scary situation there was the crew approached the car as he was getting it fully staged. And that's always kind of weird when the guy's about to leave.
Yeah, they hold Masiello until Ditto gets in a safe zone, and so he'll just have to go on down the racetrack.
So Ditto's going to get Masiello's going to get no data or anything. He just takes it down the racetrack in quick fashion.
I bet he lost his sense of humor. But he rolled the beams, rolled right straight through the beams.
Yeah, that's tough. And you do have a lot of stuff happening inside these cars. You wonder, well, how can that possibly happen? It is not like you're staging a minivan up there. You got a lot of stuff going on inside the car, and it does not take much to have the thing take just a little bit too much of a bite and send yourself into a situation you don't want to be in.
Or just ask what Tukey was doing for a minute and a half.
Right.
Yeah. How about Jeff Ensslin, Larry and Jeff Ensslin out of Lakeland in the Tom and Matt Edmunds still doing time. 1937 Chevy Businessman's Coupe. They call it the Playmate. And that car's been around a long, long time. It's got some real good pedigree, if you will.
Absolutely. Joe Wallace. Wallace's car is one of the most unassuming in the category. He needs to find about 3/10 on Ensslin if Ensslin makes a perfect run.
Wallace out of Gibbleville, Kentucky, 611 cubic inches, a nitrous outlet.
We need Open Outlaw. Open Outlaw to the staging lanes, please. Open Outlaw. We need you to the staging lanes, please. Open Outlaw to the lanes. As Ensslin in the 37 Chevrolet in flat black with the graphics on it gets ready to square off against a fourth generation Camaro. Talk about an odd couple on the starting line and a little bit of a staging duel here. Neither driver is going to move. Ensslin says, hey, buddy, I'm way faster than you are, so it's going to be Wallace going first. Ensslin taking his time. He puts it in now. Give Wallace a lot of credit trying to climb into his dome, but Ensslin says, not today, kid. 449.4, 157.78. And Joe Wallace goes 460.40, 156.30.
Wallace tightened it up. He picked up 0.2 of a second over his
Cartuccio just had too much for him as Jeff Ensslin comes up, the 37 Chevy. And Craig Cerniglia comes up in his 1969 Chevelle.
Jeff and Larry Ensslin out of Lakeland, Florida, driving the still doing time Playmate. That's a 37 Chevy Businessman Coupe of Tom and Matt Edmunds. Edmunds Metalwork, here is the banners on that hot rod. This thing has been a show car. It's been a nostalgic car. It's been a street car. And now it's in the Pro Mod, or the 632 category. Cerniglia's got that beautiful pearlescent tangerine 69 Chevy Chevelle. Brand new car and driver combination this year. He just picked that up late last year and recently licensed in it.
That 37 Chevy body style kind of had its biggest day in the Sunder as a Pro Mod body in the early 2000s. Don't see a whole lot of them floating around anymore. Cool looking car and fairly unique at this point in time.
And not extremely aerodynamic. They try to make it look that way.
Yeah, too many curves.
Jeff Ensslin, good shoe. Budweiser side. How about a 455? Beats a 472. 455, 156 for Jeff Ensslin. Craig Cerniglia, how about a 472 at 151? He was right there. A little bit over a hundredth of a second margin victory to the finish line. So he goes to the 632 final. Guess the winner of this matchup. Ken Cartuccio, Wallingford, Connecticut. Beautiful 69 Chevy Camaro, 632 cubic inches. That's the name of the game. He's on the Budweiser side. He goes up against Jeff Ensslin. Jeff and Larry Ensslin of Lakeland, Florida, driving for Tom and Matt Edmunds out of Bradenton. It's a 1937 Chevy Businessman's Coupe. 632 cubic incher on board. He looks down the Nelson competitions out of the racetrack. Ken Cartuccio on the Budweiser side with a huge nitrous oxide purge.
Definitely a study in how to wrap a 632-inch engine in different ways.
Jeff Ensslin lines up on the left-hand side of the racetrack. Ken Cartuccio works on the Budweiser side.
Cartuccio on the radios, getting it done again. 437.6, 164. Ensslin goes 452.0 at 156, and Cartuccio on those